What up? And today we making a chicken chopped cheese. Yes. Let's get into this. So first, I don't know how I end up doing slow-mo for dropping this chicken right here, but it went slow motion. But go ahead and dice your chicken up. I diced it up and I seasoned it with some adobo, some garlic powder, some paprika, some chili powder, onion powder, and black pepper. But as you know, if you do know, I'm gonna have all the stuff at the bottom, so you ain't gotta worry about that. But you see what I'm using. You see how I'm using it. Just make sure you just get it on there. Get it on there and mix it up. Make sure it's coated. Make sure it's all over this chicken. Okay? We need all the flavors, maximum flavors, always. Okay? So that's all we doing at this point. We just dicing. No, I'm sorry, not dicing, but we just mixing it up. We just letting it cook. And as you know, most cast irons don't have a pot or a pot lid for you to use. So if you have a lid that can fit on top of this, put that on top of this and let the chicken cover the chicken. Because for me, my chicken cook better when I cover it. It cooks thoroughly that way for me. So that's what I'm doing. And then I added some frozen veggies and a little bit of butter. And we're gonna go ahead and like I said, just cover it. A lot of the time I was covering this meat because it allows it to cook more thoroughly. And that's what we want. We want tender chicken, not chicken that's not tender, because we still have to chop it up. So it needs to be easy to chop up when we start chopping. So just make sure it's cooked through. Make sure you see the white meat, okay? Make sure. So at this point, there's just a lot of mixing and covering. Don't mind my mitten, my other mitt. It done been through hell and back. But you got to keep an old looking mitten. I don't know. It just kind of seals the deal for me. Because with a mitten like this, I don't care what happened to it. Like if it get burnt or once it's a hole in this thing, I'm going to throw it away. But I like to get all the use out of it as possible until it's time to go. Because I keep me some new ones. So don't worry about that. So yeah, this is how we looking. At this point, the chicken is tender because I covered it enough and let it simmer enough and cook all the way through. So at this point, I'm just chopping it up. Use something. You can use a spatula if you want to, but I don't like that noise, like the noise of metal on a cast iron skillet. I don't like that. I don't like it on regular skillets, nothing. Metal on metal, I don't like the sound. So I usually end up using like my wooden utensils like this. It's easier anyway. So we just basically just chop it up as little as possible, as little as you want it, and let that sit. Now we're making a sauce, because if I'm making a chicken sandwich or a burger or anything like that, I always need my sauce. It's mayo, pickle juice, ketchup, black pepper, garlic powder, and some mustard. Did I put paprika in this? I don't think I put paprika in it. Okay, just a little bit of paprika. I thought I did. A little bit of paprika. So black pepper, I'm gonna have it at the bottom. You know. You mix it up until you get that peachy color, until it's mixed thoroughly and all the way through, like so. And then you got your sauce. You can make sure you taste it just in case you need to add something, you want to add something, anything. Just make sure you always tasting your product until it look like this. When it's this color, I know that it's my chicken sauce. Okay. Now, back to the chicken. This how we looking. Now we're going to go ahead and melt the cheese. I'm using a Cheddar asiago cheese because it just tastes so good. Like Cheddar asiago, if you don't know about that, get you some, because it tastes so good melted. It don't even make no sense. But yeah, as you see, the cheese is melted. We're gonna go ahead and mix it up because it's a chopped cheese. You need it as cheesy as possible. Like the cheese and the meat need to bind together. They need to become one. Okay, so just keep folding until it's as cheesy as you want it to be. If you need to add more cheese, do that. This is your food, okay? You need this to be to your liking. We don't half-ass nothing around here, okay? Nothing. Like I said, right there, you see me adding more cheese? If you need to do that, do it. I wanted maximum cheesiness. Maximum. Because it's different than the average chicken sandwich, because you're not putting a slice of cheese on it, because you don't have to. It's a chopped cheese. The cheese is in the meat. No matter what meat you use, it's in the meat. That's why you do this process right here. Because even when you're using ground beef, you do the same thing. Same thing. Now, I'm buttering my buns. Buttering them things up so I can toast them. Because I like a little toast to my, to my sandwiches. Which I talk about this a lot too. If it ain't brown, if it ain't got a little, it ain't got to be burnt. But it need to be toasted for me. Just a little tiny little something, nothing too major. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. I put just a tiny little bit of butter in the skillet, and we just gonna toast it. Using a brioche buns, of course, and boom, that's how they look. If you don't want yours that toasted, don't toast it that long. Okay, very simple. Now, I'm putting the sauce on all four buns. Bun tops. Yeah, bun tops. Putting it on full. Okay. Make sure you spread it on there like a sandwich, like you making a sandwich. Don't just put it on there like that without smearing it in. If you don't smear it in, it's gonna be all over the place, and you don't want no messy sandwich. I don't, so do what I'm doing. Then we'll go ahead and scoop the meat onto a bun, to one of the buns. Okay, make sure you get enough on there. Make a nice Sammy. Nice chopped cheese Sammy. Okay, so that's all I'm doing right here. Just getting it on there. I saw that trick from watching the New Yorkians. I don't know what they call themselves, but watching that. So then I added a little bit of chopped up lettuce. Romaine lettuce that I chopped up, obviously. I just said chopped. I don't know, I just said it twice. But yeah, I chopped it up. Added that on a tin-op. Add as much as you want. I like a lot of lettuce personally, so it is what it is. Now, since it's just a regular chopped cheese, I cut the tomato in half because they were huge, and I forgot to put the pickles at the bottom instead of the top. But either way, it's on there. As long as you don't forget them pickles. You need them pickles. I don't care what nobody say. You need pickles on chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches, all that. And look at that, chicken chopped cheese. You see this? This was immaculate. And I ain't just saying that just because it's my food. Either way, because I'm going to say that anyway. Immaculate. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready. Then I took it one step ahead and wrapped it in some aluminum foil. Let me cut that thing open so you can see that thing bust. Hold on. I want to get it chopped, girl. Dang. Chop it up. Like I ain't talking to myself. Look at that. Bussing. You see why I said you need to make this? I'm not playing. Go on and make this. And when you do, let me know. Make sure you tell the kids to tell some more kin to follow me, subscribe, like, comment, all things. Share some stuff. Do everything. Watch my video. Do everything. Support is crucial. But like I said, chicken chopped cheese, I paired it with some waffle fries and my saucy sauce on the side. And it was immaculate. We will sleep after this, okay?